Welcome to Power Yoga. We're going to begin today in Child's Pose. So if you would, step down into your hands and knees position for me. You're going to allow your big toes to touch and your knees to work to the width of the mat. Release the tops of your feet down, put your glutes back on your heels, and begin to walk your fingers out forward. Reach until you can't reach and stretch your fingertips out anymore and let your forehead rest on the floor. Allow your belly to come right in between the legs, and that'll offer you a stomach release. Try to keep reaching through your fingertips as your wrists stay lifted. As you inhale, relax through your belly and slowly lift your breath till it hits your collarbone. As you exhale, squeeze your belly back in and empty all that air back out. Try to make your exhale just as intense as your inhale. We're going to hold each pose for about 5 breaths. So if there's something that you don't like, just stop, take a resting pose, and join back in when you're ready. On your next inhale, lift yourself up into hands and knees. Begin to spread your fingers as wide as they can open. Step your knees underneath the hips, hip width apart. Begin to press the tops of the feet to the floor as you squeeze and empty all the air back out for cat and cow rolling. As you inhale, begin to curl your toes under. Start to sway your back and look up. As you exhale, press the tops of the feet to the floor and begin to lift your spine now as high as you could arch and pull your chin up and touch your chest. Empty all the air out. As you inhale, go back through cow, curl your toes under so we stretch your feet. Sway your back, look up. Exhale, tops of the feet to the floor, spine as high as you could lift it, chin to chest, massage your thyroid. So 3 more at the pace at which you breathe, inhaling through cow. Exhale as you arch into cat. Go slow, get into your full range of motion. Incorporating the Ujjayi breath, on the exhale you would start to contract your throat as if you were to sigh. And that will help strengthen your lungs from the inside out. Begin to slide your knees together and we're going to work into modified hero where you sit back onto your heels. Side bending, reach your right fingertips to the floor. As you inhale, take your left arm up. As you exhale, begin to work through your side bend. You can release the neck and look to the floor.
Don't let your arm cross in front of your face.
Try not to grip your breath. As you inhale, shoulders back up, left hand down, do the second side. Empty your air out. On the inhale, right arm lifts. As you exhale, begin to take it over. Maybe look up, reach and breathe. On the next inhale, lift your shoulders back up, return to hands and knees pose, and check out the line. Square the wrist crease to the front. Square the wrist crease to the front, spread your fingers as wide as they could open. Begin to curl your toes under, working into straddle dog. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift your knees and step your feet wider than your mat. Wide enough to hopefully get your heels to the floor, and then I want you to lift your tailbone up as you shift the weight of your body back. Ears and arms should line up, and then just lift your chin towards your chest. The higher you can lift your tailbone, the deeper you stretch through the heel, the more you'll feel this through your back body. One more breath. Taking your first twist, walk your hands so they're going to be underneath your face. And begin with the left hand. You can come up on your fingertips. You can use your block or your palm. Extend the right arm open. As you inhale, take it straight up. Try to make your arms look like one long line. Looking up will give you a strong neck. If you need to release the neck, look to the floor. Try not to grip your breath. As you exhale, bring your right hand down and we'll switch sides. Extend the left arm open. Inhale, take it straight up. Stack your arms. Look up. Twisting will wring your spine out and help put it back in its natural alignment and keep you strong digestively. Twisting's good for you. One more breath. As you exhale, bring your left hand back down. Now I want you to step your feet together on your mat so your insteps touch. Walk your hands back. As you inhale, reverse swan dive. Circle your arms out, up, look up to your thumbs. As you exhale, hands drop into your heart center. Toe balance. Lift your toes, spread your toes wide, focus. Now shift your weight to your toes. Heels up high, touch your heels. Try not to move your eyes too much, focus. Adding movement makes it harder. You're going to drop your hands down, lift those palms up, allow the palms to touch as the thumbs would cross. Arms into your ears and reach. As you exhale, heels down, find chair pose. So lift your toes and begin to shift the weight back. You can stay up high or touch your fingertips to the floor, deepening your chair. And then lift your chest. If you've got a mirror, try to make your body look like the letter Z. Reaching through your fingertips, pushing your hips back, reaching your fingers forward. Working your whole body. As you exhale, find a forward fold. Begin to heel-toe your feet open. Add the weight of your arms, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Then the arms should hang right by your ears. Lift your chin up so your gaze is to your knees, not your feet. As you exhale, try to let your torso weight go, decompressing the spine and neck. Weight should feel even in your feet, not too much in your toes or too much in your heels. And the knees should be soft or firm. Don't lock through your knee joint here. One more breath. Beginning to heat the body up now. Find plank pose. Bring your hands to the floor and begin to walk your hands forward. Walk it out like you're going to do a push-up. Anytime your hands on the floor, I want a big number 5, stretching your fingers as wide as they can open. Level your body out. Try not to let your hips sway below the back. To modify this pose, you can lift your hips up a bit in a pike or release one knee down at a time and take 2 breaths on each knee. Otherwise, try to hold the weight of your body up. Plank pose is the pose that makes you strong. Flex your heels back. As you inhale, let your belly go. As you exhale, squeeze your belly back in. One more breath. As you exhale, lead with your chest and slowly come to the floor, hugging your elbows into your side body. Let your chest be the first to touch. Tops of your feet are down. Slide your hands back so the wrists would be right underneath the elbow and elbow squeezes into your side body. Relax your glutes. On the inhale, find low cobra, keeping the belly button on the floor, firing into the back of the arms. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Spread your fingers. Look forward. As you exhale, release the pose and take a quad stretch. Let your forehead rest. Take your hands back by your hips. Bend your right knee in, touching your knees together. Wrap your right hand around the ankle and draw heel to glute. You can add the left arm too. Continue drawing that heel a little deeper. As you exhale, let it go and just switch sides. Bend the left up, wrap your hand around the ankle, heel into glute, get your quad long. Maybe add the right arm, a little more compression. As you exhale, let it go. Hands on either side of your chest. As you inhale, rise to hands and knees. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Working our dog a little harder, we're going to add core work. So we're going to take our right leg all the way up. Deep breath here. As you exhale, start to bring the knee through and try to touch it to your nose. On the exhale, lift it all up, flex it out. As you exhale, sweep it forward, touch your nose. 3 more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale through. Now this one, we're going to step it through and find Warrior One all the way through. Left foot on the floor, give me a 45-degree angle. As you inhale, start to rise up. The wider your stance, the harder the pose. Swing the hips to the front, pull your shoulders back, reach for the ceiling. Check in on your knee, bend it so when you look down, you can just see your big toenail. And then press the edge of your foot so it's not rolling open. Arms squeeze in and reach up. And that improves your digestion. Working your whole body. One more breath. As you exhale, forward folding, straightening your leg for a pyramid. Begin to lay out over your leg. And you can use your hands on your shin. You can put hands on blocks or hands on either side of your foot and start to lay out over it. Stretching through your right hamstring, try not to fight the pose. Bending through your right knee. On your inhale, we're going to rise up and find revolved side angle. Circle your arms out and up. Touch your palms. As you exhale, draw your belly in and start to sweep the left elbow over your right knee. You can stay up high, or you can start to deepen and cross more of your armpit. Again, arms in, or you can start to open them up, making your arms look like one long line. Try to press down from the edge of your left foot. Reach into your right fingertips. As you inhale up, warrior two. So you can stay into your right knee, bring your left arm up, circle behind you, begin to square your back toes open. Arms should look like one long line in the mirror. The wider your stance, the harder your pose. Take your gaze down your middle finger. Check it on your knee. Side angle, bring your right elbow underneath the shoulder, left arm by your ear, and reach from the edge of the back foot into your fingertips. You can stay here, or you can start to bring that right hand down inside the foot, and you can use a block here, or you could bind it by reaching that right elbow underneath the right knee, left arm wrapping it around the back and catching your hands at the edge of your right hip, and then you want to roll that chest open. To triangle pose, release your bind, begin straightening your right leg. Shift your left hip back, reach your right hand beyond your foot, and then bring the hand down to the shin. Take your left arm straight up. Make your arms look like one long line, keep your chest and hip lifted. Looking up works the neck. If you feel wobbly, look to your right foot. As you inhale, lift your shoulders back up, hands it to your heart center, bend your right knee, push off from the left foot, step to the front. Circle it out, deep breath here, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, lead with your chest, draw your belly in, find your forward fold. Adding the weight of your arms, opposite hand to opposite elbow, make it easier on the back of the legs, heel toe your feet open, lift your chin up, look at your knees and center your weight. Maybe close your eyes. Working back to plank pose, hands on the floor, step your feet back. Curl all 10 toes, drive your heels. So remember the modifications, you can put one knee down or pike your hips up. We're going to work some advancements here, chaturanga, and that's your hover. Inhale, exhale, squeeze your elbows in and start to lower down. Try to hold it for at least a half a breath, and we'll work it up to 5. On the exhale, let the pose go. Tops of your feet are down. Slide your hands back so that wrist is under the elbow, elbow into your side body. On your inhale, begin to move. Low cobra if you have a bad back. Cobra, bring the hips up, or up dog, press to the tops of the feet, lift your knees. Maybe look up. So as you exhale, we're going to go back to down dog. So you can go through hands and knees, begin to curl your toes under, lift your knees, shift the weight back. And then that three-legged dog, left leg would go all the way up. On the exhale, point your toe, bring your knee through, try to touch it to your nose. As you inhale, lift it back. As you exhale, sweep it through. And this one, we'll step it through and find that warrior one. So back foot on the floor, give it a press, 45-degree your back foot. As you inhale, begin to rise up. Arms by your ears, check out your knee, just that big toe, swing the hips to the front, reach for the ceiling. Look down at your knee, make sure it tracks forward. And you're pressing from the edge of that back foot all the way up to your hip joint. To pyramid, on your inhale, begin straightening your leg. As you exhale, folding out over it. Planting your hands on your shin, on the blocks, or to the floor. Feeling this in your left hamstring. Begin bending your right knee, finding revolved side angle. So as you inhale, circle your arms out and up, touch your palms. As you exhale, start to bring that right elbow over your left knee. It can be gentle, or you can start to sweep more of it, bringing the armpit. Arms can stay up high, or you can begin to open up your hands. Press the edge of the foot. As you inhale, warrior two, bring the right arm up, circle it behind you, square your back toes open. Track your forward knee, reach your arms. Maybe widen your stance, get a little shake in your quad. That shaky is telling you you're getting stronger and longer. Side angle, left elbow underneath the shoulder, right arm by your ear. So I want you to reach, edge of the back foot into your fingertips. If you're going to deepen, you're going to start to come down, and you can always use the block. Or you could bind it, reaching that right arm around your back and that left arm underneath the thigh. Catching your hands at the edge of your right hip. Roll your chest open. To triangle, release the bind, begin straightening your left leg. Shift your right hip back, reach your left hand beyond your foot, and then bring that hand down to your shin. Right arm goes straight up. Maybe look up. Triangle pose gives you a strong side body. As you inhale, lift your shoulders back up, hands to your heart center. Bend into your left knee, push off from the right, step to the front. Deep breath, circle it out and up. Exhale, swan dive. Lead with your chest, draw your belly in, return to your forward fold. Add the weight of your arms. Center your weight, chin up, look at those knees. Exhale, let your torso go, decompressing the spine and neck. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, make your way down to hands and knees, and we're going to do this plank on your forearms, a prop plank. So roll the elbows down and square your hands to the elbows. Step your feet back one at a time, curl all 10 toes, and then level your body back out. As you inhale, let your belly hang. As you exhale, pull your belly back in as tight as you can. The closer you get to the floor, the harder we're working your core. Soft mouth, deep breath. Inhale. As you exhale, pull your belly in and bring your knees down to the floor. Release the tops of your feet. Roll your belly, your chest. Slide your hands back. As you inhale, low cobra, cobra, up dog. As you exhale, we'll make our way back to down dog. So you can go through hands and knees or curl your toes under and begin to lift your hips. Push your heels down to the floor. Try not to move your head beyond your arms. Start to walk your feet forward till they can't walk forward anymore. As you inhale, reverse swan dive, circle your arms out and up, look up, hands drop into your heart center. We'll find hand to foot here. So I want you to step into your right foot, bring your left leg up. Hook the 2 fingers right around the big toe, take your right arm out long. Start a slide, it can be a little bit or full extension. If you're steady, wrap your right hand around your waist. a runner's lunge. We're going to let it go. Arms up, open up your left toes, hook them under, flex your heel. Square your chest to the front, reach for the ceiling. There should be no bend in your back leg. You're reaching that heel out long to stretch the foot and the Achilles, the calf. Reaching for the ceiling improves your digestion. Standing half moon, so you can bring your right hand down and it's just fingertips, nice and light on the floor. And then step into the right foot, pick your left leg up. Turn the toes open and begin to flex through your heel. Stack your arms so they look like one long line, and then maybe challenge your balance and start to roll through your head and look up to the ceiling. The harder you flex your heel, the steadier you're going to feel. And this will lengthen out your sciatic nerve. Come back to your runner's lunge. Drop your left toes back down. Inhale, come back up. Arms by your ears. Flex your heel. Reach, breathe. Balancing warrior. Float the arms side to side. Step into your right foot. Start to pick up the left leg. Straight back from your hip. Drive through your heel. Try to keep an evenness and steadiness in your hips. Runner's lunge, open up the toes, drop them back down, hook your heel under, flex it, pull your shoulders back. Reach. And then we'll twist. Drop your hands down through your heart center. As you exhale, start to bring that left elbow over your right knee. It can be gentle, or you can start to cross it more deeply, bringing the armpit. Arms can stay up high, or you can work through a bind, working that right hand around your back, left hand underneath your hamstring. Begin to release your twist. Hands on either side of your foot. We're going to go back to plank, but I want you to keep your right leg up. So plank, right leg up. Flex your heel. Spread your fingers. Press down in the joints, and this keeps your hands strong. Deep breath. Hug your elbows and lead with your chest. Slowly come down. And release. Locust. Take your hands back by your hips with the palms lifted. Touch your insteps together. On your inhale with your legs long and strong, shoulders and legs up. With each inhale, try to lift a little higher. As you exhale, release what it is that you lifted. As you exhale, let it go. As you inhale, hands and knees. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Flex your heels down, tailbone high. Press down through your joints. Make sure that your toes are squared to your heels. And then the second side, start to walk your feet forward till you can't walk forward anymore. As you inhale, reverse swan dive. Circle your arms out and up. Look up to your thumbs. Hands drop into your heart center. Hand to foot. So now I want you to step into the left foot and lift your right leg up. Right two fingers hook right around your right big toe. Left arm out long. Start to slide a little bit or all the way. And then your runner's lunge. Inhale the arms up, stretch your toes. Hook those right toes under, flex your heel. Pull your shoulders back. Reach for the ceiling. Hold your eye gaze. Flex the heel. Reach. Standing half moon. Left fingertips come to the floor. Step forward into the left foot. Right leg up. Flex into your heel, and that leg should be an extension of your hip. Arms wrap right on top of each other. And then your challenge, rolling through the head. Looking to the ceiling. Right toes back down. Come back to your runner's lunge. Inhale, come up. Focus your eye gaze. Reach for the ceiling. That improves your digestion. Balancing warrior. Step back into the left foot. Pick up your right leg. Drive your heel. Try to keep your hips even and steady. Runner's lunge, bring your right toes back under, hook your heel, pull your shoulders back, inhale, lift. And then twist, hands through your heart center, drop it down, start to reach that right elbow over your left knee. Stay up high or deep in the cross, bring the armpit. Maybe work to a bind, right hand underneath the hamstring, left arm around the back. Begin releasing it. Hands go on either side of your foot. Plank with the left leg up. Slide it back. Flex your heel. As you exhale, slowly come to the floor, resisting. And left leg, release it. Hands on either side of the chest. This is your choice. Low cobra, cobra up dog on your inhale. As you exhale, hands and knees, and we'll find pigeon. So you're going to bring that right knee forward, let it meet your wrist, let your foot shift across the mat. Take your left leg and work it straight back behind you. If you need to stop the stretch, take a block and put it underneath the glute. We're going to work into restorative pigeon for a couple of breaths here. So you're going to come on down. And you can rest on your block. You can stack your fists or your wrists on top of each other. Try to feel an evenness and a steadiness in your hips. And begin to learn to let the weight of your body go. And this opens the hip and stretches. Stretches your low back. You can stay here if you'd like to take the advancement of king pigeon. You're going to bring your right hand underneath the chest and start to bend your left knee up. Reach your left hand for the instep of your foot and start to bring your heel towards your glute. You want to wrap your arm around your toes so the toes hit your elbow crease. Stay here, begin to bind it. Reaching that right arm up overhead, catching your hands, lifting. And Gina's got another variation where she can come into a back bend. One more breath. When you're ready, come on back down. Find your restorative pigeon and rest. Bring your hands underneath the chest, working to scales pose. As you inhale, sit up tall, sit on your right glute. Big sweep with that left leg and all the way around in front. And now you want to take your left ankle under the right. Bring your hands together and you can put your hands on blocks and you want to walk those hands in so they're going to be right underneath your shoulders. Give a press and see if you can get your hips up, and this will give you a strong rotator cuff. Working on from here, you're going to get your feet to come up, and that's going to work your core. And if you're like Ashley in the back row, she can start to extend her legs all the way out. As you exhale, release it. Come back forward, hands and knees. Pigeon on the left side, bring the left knee forward. Work your right leg straight back. And again, the block can stop the stretch. And you're going to come forward and let your body become heavy and rest. On your fists, your wrists, your forehead. Try not to fight your pigeon. The pigeon advancement of king. Left hand comes underneath the chest. Begin to bend your right knee up and reach your right hand for the instep of the foot. Pull your heel to your glute. Try to work your toes into your elbow crease. And then working towards a bind. wrapping your hands together, lifting your chest, or working through that back bend that Gina does, where she catches her hands behind her head and grabs a hold of the foot. When you're ready, we're going to let this go and come back down and take 2 breaths here. Hands underneath your chest, the second side of scales. Sit on your glute, sweep that right leg all the way around in front and tuck it underneath the left. You can pull your blocks in, position your hands so they would be right underneath the shoulders. Walk them in. On that exhale, get your hips up, strengthen your rotator cuff, and then engage and get your legs. Maybe add an extension back there. As you exhale, let your pose go. Come forward, hands and knees. Find downward facing dog. Make that deep letter A. Stretch your heels back down to the floor. Spread your fingers wide. Deep breath here. As you exhale, make your way back down to hands and knees. And we'll do crescent moon, your hip flexor stretch. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, I want you to scoop the belly in and put your right foot in between the hands. And begin to slide your left leg straight back. You can help it. You can stay right here with the torso on your thigh, or you can add the weight of your torso. Inhale and start to lift it. Add a slight back bend, hooking your thumbs, pulling your arms back by your ears as you look up. If you'd like to work into the split stretch, you can put the hands on the blocks and begin to slide it all the way out. When you're ready, start to bring that right leg back in, and we'll take a hamstring stretch. So we're going to straighten that right leg. Pull the toes up off the floor, firm into your heel, and start to lay out over it. As you inhale, shift your hips back forward, step your right foot back. Second side, deep breath. Exhale, scoop the belly in, bring your left foot forward, slide your right leg straight back, and you can wiggle that foot. Maybe add your torso weight. Inhale, circle your arms, hook your thumbs, take that slight back bend. So this will open your chest and strengthen your back. Or if you want to throw in the splits, hands on the blocks or to the floor and start to slide it all the way out. When you're ready, start to bring it back in. We'll find that hamstring stretch. So you're going to begin to straighten the legs, shift your hips back, pull the left toes up as you lay out over that leg. Begin releasing, shifting the hips forward, stepping your left foot back. Find hands and knees. Line it up, spread your fingers, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Begin to walk your feet forward, come to the front of your mat. Walk till you can't comfortably walk forward anymore. As you inhale, reverse swan dive, circle your arms out, up, look up, hands slide through your heart center. We'll find tree pose. If you'd like to step to the floor, the more you're stepping on, the harder the balance work becomes. We'll step into your left foot, stretch your toes open, plant the weight. So for tree, you can do it in a kickstand position. You can put the foot on the calf, or you're going to help it all the way up under that thigh. Any place but your knee is safe. If you're going to go up high, lift your quad. Arms can be out long while you get steady. When you get steady, hands drop into your heart center. So try not to jam your teeth. This is the tightest muscle, or grip your breath. Releasing your hands down. Turn your palms up. Now Y shape your arms. Reach into the ceiling. Touch your palms. Hands drop through your heart center. Standing half bow, so I want you to sweep your right knee forward. Catch the right hand to the inside of your right foot and then draw your knees together so they touch. Thumb on the pad. Left arm forward, thumb on top. Begin a kick. Now Judy on my right has an option to move into standing king pigeon. So she can put that toe into her elbow crease and reach, lay it out. If you're in standing half bow and you want to make this a little harder, drop down to your fingertips. And then inhale back up. Coming into standing pigeon. So now you're just going to bring that right knee through. Take your hands underneath the ankle and begin to lift it. Try to square your foot out from the knee. Working to a bind, you're going to take that right foot and put it into your left elbow crease. And wrap your hands now around the shin. And then begin to lift the legs up, lift the leg up, pull your shoulders back. When you've done your 5 breaths, release the pose and do the second side. Stretch your toes open, plant the weight. Find something that doesn't move and strike tree. Tree pose is a resting pose, one you don't have to warm up to practice on your own. Arms out long, get steady when you're there. Hands come into your heart center. Releasing the hands down, turn the palms up, now Y shape. Reach for the ceiling. Touch your palms, hands slide through your heart center. Standing half bow, left knee, bring it forward. Left hand moves to the inside of the foot, draw the knees together, thumb on the pad. Right arm forward, begin your kick. Or if you're moving on, you're going to put that toe in that elbow crease. Maybe start to drop down to the floor. Standing king pigeon, bring that left knee through. Hands come underneath the ankle. Begin to lift your foot up to square out from the knee, or you're going to work to a bind and you're going to take your left foot and put it into your right elbow crease. Begin to wrap your hands around the shin. Catch your hands, stand up tall. When you've done your 5 breaths, release the pose. We're going to drop down through garland. So step the feet the width of the mat. Begin to pull your heels in. Inhale, circle your arms out and up. As you exhale, drop down through that deep squat. Take your elbows now, side the knees and give them a press open. You can stay here or work into crow pose. So we're going to bring the hands to the floor and stretch the fingers as wide as they could open. Rise up onto your toes. Pull your knees in so they're going to come right into the backside of your armpits. And then start to shift the weight forward. 1 foot up at a time if you feel steady and strong, and try to lift your eye gaze. Touch the soles of your feet together. 5 breaths. When you're ready, we're going to release your crow pose. Drop down onto your knees and we'll take gate. So lift your shoulders up. Take your right leg out to the side. Toes go the direction of the leg, web of the hand above the knee. As you inhale, take your left arm up. As you exhale, begin to work over into a side bend. Try not to let the arm cross in front of your face. Reach. Give yourself a long side body. As you inhale, bring your shoulders up and we'll take camel pose. Touch your knees together, make fists. Put the fists into the dimples of your back and then start to squeeze your elbows together. You can curl your toes under, make it a little easier if you like it tough. Keep the tops of the feet on the floor. As you inhale, I want you to lift your shoulders and move your shoulders behind you. Keep your hips steady. Stay here, look up, or maybe a one-arm camel, reaching your right hand back for the heel of your right foot. And then the left arm would go up and give me 2 breaths. And then switch your hands around. Or if you can perform full camel, reach both your hands back for your heels. And then I want you to lift up through your chest. Let your head carefully go back. Hands come back into your low back. Inhale, come up. Your counter pose will be angry cat. So we'll put the hands on the floor and step the knees underneath the hips. Begin to press through the tops of your feet and hover your knees. Arch through your spine. Maybe even begin to straighten the legs a little more. The tops of the feet can be so tight, always move in one direction. As you exhale, bring your knees back down and we'll stretch the bottoms of your feet. Toe curl, slide your knees together. Curl your toes under. Sit all the way back. Add your hands to your heart center, begin to shift and lean back. Adding more weight will squeeze the blood out of the toes and improve circulation in your feet. As you inhale, come forward. Now let the blood come back into your toes. Tap them lightly on the floor. Working to your glutes next. You could either swing your legs around in front or crisscross your ankles and let your hips go back and your legs slide through. Take a full forward fold. Extend your legs all the way out. If you like to deepen, you can put the block at the bottom of your feet. As you inhale, circle your arms out and up. Try to come up out of your hips. As you exhale, pull your belly in and lay out over your legs. You want to stay stretching through your heels, and you can hold your calves, 2 fingers around the big toes, or wrap your hands or use your block. Arms by your ears. As you inhale, come back up with a flat back. Circle your arms and begin to walk your feet in. Taking boat pose. You can interlace your fingers underneath the thighs, or you can loop your 2 fingers right around your big toes, and we'll find a balance point. So you're going to walk your toes in, lift your toes up. Low boat, half boat, full boat. Flex up, lift up through your chest, find your balance point, and then begin to fold your boat, bringing the forehead and the shins just as close as they can. Begin to open that boat back up. Bend your knees, release the heels down, walk your hands around the sides of your legs, let your fingertips come to your toes. Now round into your low back and let your forehead rest on your shins. Press your toes into your fingers, give your shoulders a stretch. When you're ready, release that out. Lord of the Fishes, you're going to take your left leg out all the way long. Bring that right thigh, squeeze it into your chest. Now cross that right foot over the left leg. Left leg can stay out there, or you're going to bring it up by your right hip. So now the right knee's on top, you're going to hug it with that left arm. Clasp your hands. On the inhale, sit up tall. As you exhale, take your twist. Look over your right shoulder. If you'd like to deepen, you can bind it. Reaching that left arm over the right leg, tucking the hand underneath the hamstring, right arm around the back, catch your hands. As you exhale, start to release the pose, extending your right leg out, put your left foot on your right thigh, position your hips forward, charge your heel, toes up, inhale your arms by the ears, head to knee, exhale, fold out over it. Keep your back long and strong. Arms by your ears, inhale, come up with that flat back, circle it out, lift your left knee up, hug it in, cross it over, right can stay long, or you're going to pull it up by your left hip. And then that left knee's on top, you're going to hug it with the right arm. As you inhale, make your spine long. As you exhale, twist, make it strong. If you wrap and bind, that right arm's going to cross over the left. You're going to tuck it underneath the hamstring, sweep the hand around, catch your hands at the edge of the right hip. One more breath. As you exhale, unwind it. Head to knee, left leg out long, right foot on the thigh. Flex your heel, position the hips forward. Inhale your arms by your ears. Exhale, fold out over it. Arms by your ears. Inhale, come back up, flat back, circle it out. And then we're going to scoot to the front section of your mat and finish up on your supine poses. Hands underneath your knees. As you inhale, slowly roll on your back and bring your knees with you. And then cross your ankles, draw your chin towards your chest, reach for the tops of your feet. Now I want you to draw the legs right into your body so your low back gets a stretch. And then a little roll from side to side. When you're back at center, switch it. Cross your ankles the other way, reach your hands for your feet, draw your legs deeply into your chest, and then that little roll through your hips, side to side. When you're back at center, we'll take bridge or wheel as your back strengthener. So your knees are going to be bent and they're hip width apart. For the bridge pose, I want you to walk your heels and more close to your glutes. Can your fingertips touch your heels? Hands to the floor, spread your fingers, press down in your feet and lift up through your hips. I want you to fight gravity, lift those glutes up and press down through your heels. You can stay right here if you'd like to do wheel pose. Wheel pose is considered your back bend. So you would start to curl your arms by your ears, fingertips face to your heels. On the inhale, come to the top of your head. As you exhale, lift it all up. When you're ready, chin to chest, bring the back of the head slowly down to the floor, and then slowly roll the spine all the way down, and release it. Hamstring stretch, so I want you to bring your right knee in, loop your two fingers around the big toe, and take your right leg up to the ceiling. You need to remove the bend so the leg is long and strong, and the more you can flex your heel, the deeper you're going to feel this through the back of the leg. You can keep it a little easier by keeping the left leg in, or make it a little harder and slide it out and try to work that left hamstring closer to the floor. To your core, left hand on your quad, hover the left leg up. As you exhale, lift your torso. Begin drawing the forehead towards the shin. As you exhale, release the leg down, release your upper body down. One more breath, one more press through that heel. And then knee down twist, so you're going to release it. Put your right foot on your left quad, open your right arm. Take your left hand to your right knee, keep your right shoulder grounded. Start to bring that knee across your body. Don't let your shoulder lift. So you only want to go to that point. If the shoulder's lifting, then you need to stop. The knee doesn't have to touch. Twisting will wring your spine out and help put it back in its natural alignment. It also fires the muscles that support your spine and keep it strong. One more breath. As you exhale, release the pose. Second side, bring that left leg up. You can use your strap, your two fingers, get extension in your leg, flex through your heel, bring the leg towards your body. Right leg can stay bent or work it out long. Flex that heel. Right hand on your quad. On your exhale, begin to lift your torso towards your leg. As you exhale, release your upper body back down. One more breath, one more flex. And then knee down twist. So you're going to bend your left knee, put the foot on the quad, open your left arm and look to the left. Bring your knee across your body, keep your right shoulder grounded. Left shoulder grounded. As you exhale, start to release the pose, and we'll do leg lifts as your core strengthener. So your knees are bent. You're going to make a diamond pattern. Touch your thumb and your index finger right at the base of the spine. Bring your legs in, extend your legs up to the ceiling, begin to flex your heels out. The slower you work is the harder you work. Deep breath here. As you exhale, begin lowering your legs. If you have a bad back, only a third. Otherwise, I want you to take it to a hover. On your inhale, point your toes and lift your legs back up. As you exhale, flex your heel, drop your legs back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, flex. 2 more breaths. When you finish that one off, bring your thighs in, roll your hips, release your hands. Happy baby. So we're going to open the knees and reach your hands for the out steps of your feet. Start to draw down on your feet, pull your knees right into your armpits. And then it's just a little roll from side to side to massage your back and open up your hips. And then we'll work to fish. So your knees will be bent. I want you to lift your hips up off the mat and slide your palms face down, hook your thumbs. Reach and extend your arms for your feet. Walk them all the way out and then relax your hips down. Can you sit on your wrists? Give it a little roll from side to side, and I want you to work that shoulder joint by tucking those arms underneath your back just as deep as you can. Once you've done the side to side, the spine should be up off the floor. For full fish, I want you to take your legs out long, flex your heels, touch your insteps. As you inhale, begin to lift right in the middle of your back. Sit up till you can't sit up anymore. And then bend at your neck and release the crown of the head down. So your lungs and bronchial tubes are open. Begin pointing your toes out. Take 5 deep breaths till your breath hits your collarbone. As you inhale, lift your head and relax the back of your head down. Bend your knees back in, lift your hips, and release your hands. Your final back release is to walk your heels in towards your glutes. And then I want you to heel toe your feet the width of your mat. Let your knees now meet at the center and touch. And now where your belly button is, push your back into the mat, which is going to tilt the pelvis off and offer you a back release. Right hand extended up to the ceiling, flex the heel of the hand, then lay your left fingertips on top of the right and start to stretch your fingertips down towards your forearm. Stretching through the wrists and the nerves that run down through your arm. Keep pressing your low back. And then switch. Press through the heel of the left. Right fingertips lay over it. Draw the fingertips down towards the forearm. And begin to release it. Let your arms float to the floor, palms face the ceiling. Extend your feet to the corners of your mat. Let your toes fall open, working into Shavasana or corpse pose. So close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed the whole time. Separate your teeth. The jaw is the tightest muscle in the body where we hold so much stress. And then lightly seal your lips. As your thoughts come up, acknowledge them. Check them off the to-do list. And then let them go. Deep breath in. As you exhale, allow your body to become heavy. See if you could start to melt right into the floor and learn to let it all go. Return to your breath. Lift your belly and bring your breath all the way up to your collarbone. As you exhale, squeeze your belly in through the diaphragm, and that'll massage your kidneys and adrenals and empty it all back out. Work yourself to a full body stretch. Slide your legs together so your feet touch. Hook your thumbs, extend your arms overhead, point your toes and reach into your fingers. Make your body now just as long as it could extend. Are your arms touching your ears? Now work your feet the other way, flex into your heels, and as if you were walking, pushing through one heel, as you pull the other knee in, go side to side. Curling your right arm around the side of your head, prop your head into the arm, bring your thighs up over your chest and roll over onto your right side. Take 5 breaths here. When you're ready, make your way to a seated posture of your choice. Bring your hands to your heart center. The light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste.